Hey, Carlo back with yet again more helmets. This time two of them. A Bell and a Shoei. I'll get to the Shoei in a second and I'll show you the Bell one first. This is the Bell Vortex and the design is called the Torn in silver. White, black, silver. And of course you see the Mohawk on top, which I'll get to in a second. Give you a quick circle around it. Okay. So you got the X's, you got the check marks, you got a little skull motif going on there. So there's the design. The visor. Okay. Here's the unique thing about this visor. It's dark at the top and it's a gradient and it goes into clear at the bottom. So this kind of visor I actually find very, very handy during night rides or from going to day to night rides. During the day, you know, it's not dark enough, so I wear sunglasses, but at night it's just perfect. Now, easy to remove. There's a little lever here. Just pull that, and it pops right off. Okay, so to put it back in, just take the visor and just click it back in, and there you go. And there's a locking mechanism for the lever right there, so it doesn't open up. Ventilation, obviously the mouth at the chin. You have one at the forehead here, and you got the two up here, and you got little grills here, obviously in the back. And I don't know what else to say. It's actually a fairly heavy helmet. And the padding, there's a good amount of padding inside. But I do find that there's a little, lots of space where the ears are, so it gets kind of noisy when you have this on. And another unique thing about this helmet is the buckle system. It doesn't use a button or a ridge type, it just uses a magnet. So you just throw it on there and it latches on. Now it's good and bad at the same time. It's good in that you can just throw it on and it'll find it right away. But it's bad since it's not permanently on, therefore can't carry it like that. See how easily it comes off? I like sometimes holding my helmet by the strap, but there you have it. I don't know what else I could say about this. Retails for about $200 Canadian. The Mohawk, I'll get to that now I guess. I got off of eBay, and it was about $30 for this particular Mohawk. It uses a Velcro system. The bottom part of the Velcro is actually stuck onto the helmet by glue, and the top part, the Mohawk, you just stick onto that bottom part. Now this is good because it's permanent, and there's no chance of it flying off, and easily replaceable. So if you want a different color Mohawk, just buy it and stick it on. So I'll let you see the Mohawk on. I get a lot of compliments, a lot of smiles, a lot of laughs, a lot of, hey, that's a cool helmet with the Mohawk on. And when it's blowing in the wind, it's actually pretty cool. So yeah. So there's my Bell Vortex Torn in size XXL, double XL. Now on to my Shoei. This is the Shoei RF-1100, and the design is the Conqueror. Pretty badass. And again, you can see I have a Mohawk on here. Now, you already notice a big difference between this Mohawk and that one. Obviously, this one is blue, but this one's more solid. It seems like they used the glue or hairspray or gel to keep the Mohawk in line. It's not as frilly. Another big difference between this Mohawk and the other one, it uses suction cups. Obviously I didn't want to stick the gluey kind on my Shoei helmet, so I opted to go with this suction cups, and it's still been on. I put this the day I got it and it still hasn't come off yet. And I've been on the highway at high speeds and the wind doesn't blow it off, so it's fairly sturdy. The only difference is it's kind of bumpy, but oh well. Again, lots of compliments with the Mohawk. So the design, gold Shoei, little rays, obviously cool black. Clear visor, I switched over to a dark visor, and same simplistic lever, just pull that and it pops off and just stick it back on. Kind of lightweight, it's definitely lighter than my Bell helmet. Padding, pretty good padding. This helmet, I will say, is absolutely quiet. Like, you can hardly hear a thing. I love it. There's still an opening where the ears are, but it's just not as windy or noisy as the Bell helmet. And another thing that's really, really good about this helmet, the ventilation. You see the holes are open here? You feel it. Like, it keeps my head warm, as well as the mouth opening here. One thing I don't like about this helmet is this little ridge they got at the back here. I don't know why it's there, but it keeps getting in the way on the back of my neck on my jacket. It keeps scraping, so I don't like that. That's the only thing I don't like about the helmet. So, oh, and the vision, the eye opening here, it's actually restricted. You don't get as much as a peripheral vision to the sides as other helmets. You see my other video, the OSBE Rufus. That one has a huge visor, so you can see everywhere. But this one, I got to turn my head a little further to the left or right to check over my shoulders, and up, down. My eyebrows are pretty much under the forehead part, but oh well, it's a pretty cool helmet. I like it. Very expensive helmet. Now here's the weird thing. This Shoei, and I assume for all Shoeis, is sized XL. This XL fits on my big head, whereas all my other helmets, KBC, OSBE, the Bell, HJC, I wear double XL. So I kind of figured, you know, since it's made in Japan, the XL would not have fit me, but it does. So go figure. Let me put this on. Alright. And there you have it. Thanks a lot.